Okay, I will attempt some real-time moose, I say moose, mushroom hunting here with my DJI drone. So I'm setting off into the forest and let's see if we can find any mushrooms. This time of year in Sweden we do pick a lot of mushrooms, and especially the yellow ones. I don't know what they are called in English, but we call them kantarell here in Sweden. And we did find a lot of them yesterday when we were just out bicycling. But now I will try the same with my drone, and I have also turned on head tracking so that I can look down if I can see any mushrooms over there. I think this love toy or the motion controller works very well. Also including the head tracking works very well. It's really easy to fly around in the woods like this, and the AVATA keeps the height sortish by itself. You just have to avoid some harder branches. The soft ones you can just fly through. But it's really nice to fly like this, and you can use, as you see, I'm very low here, so it's that's lead, that's not the mushroom. They are very brightish, yellowish in color, so they're very easy to spot when you see them. But not there. So it's been quite rainy. Here is some mushrooms, but they are not the ones I'm looking for. These are, I don't know what kind of these are, but it's the season now when you get all kind of mushrooms in the forest actually. We tend to pick some of these, not everyone. You have to be careful with mushrooms, so you don't pick the wrong ones. Then you're like, this looks good. Let me go down here with the motion controller here. Oh, sorry. No, I don't want to land. There is actually a function in the motion controller with the top hat control that, you know, when you're going to come down for landing, you can press a long press on the red button. But you can also use the top hat to do that, the same thing. It will land with that also. So I just accidentally was about to land, but I didn't do that. It was good. Let's see here. No, there's more of those brown ones, but not the yellow ones. They should be somewhere at least. We do have some wild boar here in the forest, so they poke around there in the woods, and that's what you see sometimes. These marks in the ground. That's the wild boars been there. And they like to eat the mycel, the actual mushroom that's beneath the soil. The top one that you see here is it's just like a flower. So that's not the actual mushroom. This is just a flower that comes up and spreads the spores so that it can propagate. But so this is not the mushroom that you see here. This is a flower. So you know that. Let's continue here to see if we can find any mushrooms here. It's a bit windy here in the forest also. Otherwise, it's a windy day like this. It's quite nice to fly in the forest because it's less wind in the forest. And it would be nice to find some of those yellow ones. They should be around somewhere, I think. It might be so that we don't find any one of those, but yeah, at least I'm trying. I'm trying. Beautiful green moss everywhere, but no mushrooms in sight, not the yellow ones. No. And it's also very good with the motion controller that you have the home point, so you don't get very lost in the forest, even though it looks like that. It could feel like that you're lost in the forest, but you are not actually. Here is wild boar been doing some digging. They eat roots, they eat the mycel in the soil. I have never seen them, but they are around here. And you don't want to have them into your garden because that is havoc on the garden that you have. Then you have to replant everything. So there's a good way of keeping them away. It's actually to pee on your ground so that they have a very good sense of smell. Here are some small mushrooms. They have a very good sense of smell, so that they don't like human pee. So I usually go out on the land that I own and pee here and there to keep them away. And so far it seems to have worked, actually. Or it could be that we have the cats that are keeping them away. Also, here are some other mushrooms, actually. But it would be nice to find some of the yellow ones, because that's not the one. No, that was not the one. Let's continue here to see what we find. Here's some more mushrooms. These also the ones that could be actually the one that we call Colio 1. This is a delicatessen in Italy. They are coming a little bit later, but that could be that. I don't know. It's I mean, it's good. I have a very good vision here, but I can't go that much further down because I'm pretty much down at lowest heights, 0.3 meters. So I can't go down closer to have a look. Here's more mushrooms. Yeah, they look good. Even more mushrooms. Oh, they also look good. I have to grade this well in the computer so that you see the mushroom pop up. So 65% time of battery left. There is one danger by flying in the forest like this, is that the return to home kicks in and then the drone tries to fly up. And in this case it will end up in the trees. So that's not so good. So you have to keep track on the level in your batteries well, so that you don't end up in the trees. You don't want to do that. You can cancel the return to home, of course, and you can land where it is. Then you can turn on the ESC beep, and then you can go and locate your drone like that. But I usually try to get home before it's over, so to speak. It's better than to be sorry, so to speak. No, that was a leaf. The yellow mushrooms have a very similar color to the yellow leaves, so that is sometimes really messing it up. So you think you find one, but it's just a leaf. That's the way it is. So now I'm back here on the track which leads home, actually. So I think the home symbol should be yeah. So that's nice. Then I know where I am at least. Let's see if I can turn around a little bit here. Oh, the head tracking, I think it works really great. The only problem with the head tracking I found so far is that it does get out of sync sometimes, meaning that it starts to look more and more like left, usually in my case. And what happens is that the circle in the goggles end up to the right, and it's like very hard to fly straight. No, it's not that mushroom. And now it's becoming like that in my goggles. I can see that there is a let's see, also leaves. Sorry. Now it's becoming like that. So I have more leaves. Shit. It's becoming like that now in the goggles I have. There is a yaw meter on the top in your goggles, where you can see where you're pointing your head. And in this case, I think I'm pointing it straight ahead, so to speak. But it's looking to the left. What happens so that it will fly a little bit diagonally, which is not so nice. So I will go into the menu here and just turn off the head tracking. So now we are back to the normal position. We can fly as usually. There was something yellow there. I think it's time to get back home, actually, and try to avoid these branches down here. See if I can find my way back home before the battery ends. Shouldn't be any problem. I know this place, so it's 172 meters away, so it's not far. And if you don't fly fast, then the battery will last those 15-20 minutes as DJI says. But overall I like the AVATA a lot, because this is flying this way as I do now is it's really hard with a manual FPV drone. I've been flying drones for 12 years or more actually, and I say that I have never been able to fly this skillful as I do now with the motion control. I mean, I don't do the flips, I don't do the maneuvers, but who the hell wants to do them all the time? It's ridiculous. I think this is the future actually. Sorry, Mr. Steele, but I think the motion control is the future actually. And the stick guys will be obsolete in a future. A combination with the head tracking, of course. But if the head tracking would stay more perfect, then it would be really good. So now getting back home. Out from the forest, we didn't find any yellow mushrooms, but we did see a lot of other mushrooms over there. So I say bye bye, see you in the next episode.